Turkey and everything that goes with it are important, but the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is the mark of this day in New York City. And this year we have team coverage from 2-year-old Adam Sharp and his father, who's a bit older.
There are good and bad things about having a job like this. One of the bad things is you have to work on holidays. But then again, you often can kill two birds with one stone. Like today, I can cover the parade and take Adam to the parade. Hi there.
You enjoying the parade? You like the parade?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Same to you.
Parades, especially this one, are great neutralizers for people. The millionaire and the guy just making it, lining up side by side for an up-front view. Trees and lampposts are always choice spots. A few lucky ones can beat the cold if they have an apartment window over the parade route, or better yet, a terrace to let you see the big balloons eye to eye. It looks like Smokey the Bear may have been out with Grimsby last night. He's quite hungover as he passes down the parade route. Even more distressing is the news that Snoopy will not make an appearance at all here in this year's parade. It seems he developed a gash in his arm and it couldn't be sutured up in time. Kermit, and who's with Kermit up there? Big Bird. What'd you like so far?
Kermit.
See, Kermit the winner. How about you?
Smokey.
What did you like so far?
Turkeys all the way.
How about you?
The women.
The women. Aren't you a little young to like the women?
No.
How old are you?
11.
Which particular women did you like best?
All of them.
You got a great future ahead of you. The grand finale, Santa Claus, winding up the parade. Happy Thanksgiving. With Adam, Roger Sharp, Channel 7, Eyewitness News. Merry Christmas.
Some of you have spent the Thanksgiving Day with family. Some of us had to work. In this time of inflation for the folks at Macy's, it's now a period of deflation, as we hear from Joel Siegel.
7th Avenue between 35th and 36th Streets, usually a busy midtown street. Taxicabs honking their way through the impossible garment center traffic. But today it's different. Today, 7th Avenue between 35th and 36th Streets is where the balloons from Macy's parade come to die. Once the parade is over and the cheers are gone, Kermit the Frog, yes, that's Kermie, he'll be the first to tell you, it isn't easy being green. Just a few minutes ago, Smokey the Bear was 58 feet long, carrying a 40-foot shovel and wearing a forest ranger's hat size 6,000 7/8. But now Smokey's in the box. It's all right? It's all right. You see, Goodyear makes and maintains the balloons for the Macy's parade, and they make them down in Georgia. They don't march them up and back, they're shipped up. They're designed to float filled with helium. They're designed to maneuver through New York streets. It takes 2,000 man-hours to make a Macy's balloon, and a critical part of the design is that each one must be able to fit in a 5x6 crate for the long trip home. Goodyear's inflation team supervises matters, and Ronald Reagan take note. Inflation, when it comes to balloons, takes a long time. Deflation happens in a matter of minutes.
I guess you could say it's a little sad when you have to come and bring it down. You know it's over with. But on the other hand, it's kind of a good feeling when it's over, too, knowing you made it to the end.
Then comes Superman, the newest and biggest ever balloon, 104 feet long. If it's a bird, it's a pterodactyl. If it's a plane, it's a 747.
Today, Superman zooms to the rescue and not only saves the lives of his friends, but corrals the black-hearted gang who threatens the very principles of world peace.
Well, not today, but like they used to say in a neighborhood not far from here, wait till next year when Superman flies again. Until then, there's one thing you don't have to worry about. One star of the Macy's parade that doesn't get deflated and put into a box. That's Santa Claus. And he'll be here sooner than you think. I'm Joel Siegel, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
3 hours of magic along 43 blocks of Big Apple land. A bright blue sky, the sun breaking the morning chill. A perfect day for parade watching. Whether you're 6 months or 60, everyone at a parade always has a favorite. What's your favorite, Adam?
Kermit.
Kermit's coming now. Hi, you having fun?
Oh, fantastic time, fantastic.
We're having a great time. It's the best.
Great. It's great. How about you?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, you too. Hi there.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You having fun?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's your name?
Adam.
Yeah, are you having a good time?
Yeah.
Oh,
What's your name?
Sherry.
Sherry.
I'm Colleen.
Hi, Colleen.
Elaine.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Say happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
It's probably the 2,000 Macy's employees who have the most fun, marching as clowns, handling the big balloons.
Watch the line up front, keep in touch, all right? Don't have to run, just keep walking straight, okay?
Picking out the stars is also part of the fun. Donny Osmond atop the turkey. Andrea McCardle. Dave Winfield, bigger than ever. Erik Estrada and Phyllis Diller, an unlikely Cinderella and Prince Charming. There's Spider-Man. And what's Jim Nabors' reaction to the parade? This, of course, is the 55th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. They've been doing it since 1927, and each year they add a little something new. This year, a float for the show Annie.
Sing and smile, even though you're miserable. You hear that? Miserable orphans. Be more miserable.
To catch a different view, get invited high up, eye to eye with the big balloons. You see Smokey the Bear yet?
Yeah.
What do you see now?
Those guys playing drums.
Who's that coming now?
Snoopy.
Snoopy. He was out of the parade last year because of a torn right arm, but he's back in action this time. This town has a lot of parades, but nothing, absolutely nothing, tops this one. With Adam and Santa Claus, Roger Sharp, Channel 7 Eyewitness News. Merry Christmas and Happy Thanksgiving.
My name is Milton Lewis. I am not covering the parade. Roger Sharp and his boy Adam are covering the parade. So what am I doing here in the parade? My assignment has said we understand there are a lot of peddlers along the route of the parade. So now I'm going to go looking for peddlers. 75 cents?
75.
And two?
$1.50.
How about two for a buck? I'll buy four if you give me two for a buck.
Give you $2 for a buck. Hello, how are you?
Give him two for a buck, come on.
Why, he could afford it.
Sure, come on. Give him a break.
I'll give him a break.
Give him one for the producer of our news show.
Yeah, we have a young producer. He's an incumbent. In the shade on Central Park West, the temperature was at least 10 degrees colder than in the sun. Fahrenheit, that is, not Celsius, Storm, so that if there had been, at the right spots, peddlers pushing thermal garments, sweaters, knitted caps, and mittens, why, they would have done quite nicely. In fact, to coin an expression, they would have done a land office business. But I saw no such merchants. What's that in your mouth?
Balloon string.
Balloon string.
Yeah.
Well, if you're more comfortable, put the string.
No, I just made a sale. That's why I put it in my mouth.
All right, how's business?
It's a little slow.
All through the parade, an idiot in a beige coat, a short adult male, held on to a balloon. Cops, an awful lot of cops, kept peddlers on the move.
Yes, now they're moving.
I see a couple of pretzel peddlers up the line. Let's see how they're making out. How long you been working?
3 hours.
And how many pretzels have you sold?
About 6.
How much a hot dog today?
75. And
75?
every day.
How's business?
No good today.
Huh?
No good.
Having run out of peddlers for the nonce, I ventured elsewhere. I have a brainy assignment editor who said, go out and find peddlers along the parade.
Oh.
So, can you make believe you're a peddler?
No, I'm not a peddler. You know why? I wouldn't be a peddler. Look at this.
What?
Why would I be a peddler? Look at this.
I'm sure glad I'm not working as a peddler today, because business is really lousy. Milton Lewis, Channel 7, Eyewitness News. I lost my balloon.
The sound of a cash register ringing signaled the official start of the Christmas shopping season this morning, traditionally the biggest shopping season of the year.
Many merchants do as much as 40 to 60% of their business during the holiday season, and it is critical to many merchants. It's a strong indicator for the entire year for many, so it is an important season.
If they don't do well now, they won't do well for the whole year.
Some, yes.
The next few weeks for many stores will be crucial. Sales have been so bad in October and November that if some stores don't do extremely well in December, they may close out the year in the red. And predictions are that some indeed may. As a result, stores are becoming much more competitive, prices in some cases coming down, special sales being held, but consumers remain unmoved.
They're looking for quality, not quantity, things that are going to last, that they know they can wear next year, and they'll pay a little bit more to have something that'll make it.
Well, despite all those preparations and the predictions, it all comes down to shoppers. How much will they spend this Christmas?
I'm going to cut down on the amount
Really?
gifts, yeah, but probably spend the same amount of money.
You'll spend the same amount, but actually buy less.
Right.
The sales aren't as good this year.
You're going to spend as much this year?
We're going to spend more this year.
But you'll be buying less?
Less, definitely, yes.
You think you had a great Thanksgiving? Did you have a band? Did you have a casserole known as I Go Ape Over This Banana Dish? And was your dinner prepared by famous chefs such as Craig Claiborne, Milton Glaser, and Mimi Sheridan, and other famous gourmets? We have lion food right here. What does that look like to you?
Looks like a meatloaf.
Now, if you're wondering what a lion likes to eat, allow me to tempt your palate with this culinary delight. All you need, 14 pounds of chopped ground horse meat and beef bones, 2 pounds chopped chicken livers, oy vey, bacon, wheat germ oil, shape into a rabbit, et voila, tiger tartare. Oh yes, and some other tasty goodies included bat bouffe and Condor's breath chili.
Disgusting.
I think it's pretty gross.
Do you think these animals really appreciate all the hard work you've put into their Thanksgiving banquet?
I think they can appreciate more than men, perhaps.
The zoo is also showing videotapes about the animals and their eating habits, some of which the human guests say leave a lot to be desired. If you want to take a little break, from walking around the zoo and watching the animals be fed, you can always bring the kids to this big tent. You can't miss it. And the kids can make little animals out of this dough. I've made one here. I don't know what it is. It may look like somebody you know, though.
One snake and one bunny.
The feasting and the fanfare will be going on here at the Bronx Zoo until Sunday. And let me tell you, this food looks pretty good. Say some for me. Not bad. This is Doris McMillan, Channel 7 Eyewitness News at the Bronx.
Thousands of children of all ages braved the rainy weather today to watch the 57th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And even though there were a few clouds in the sky, hundreds of marchers and spectators had a wonderful time looking at those huge balloons. Look at that. The floats, and listening to 12 great bands. Of course, the 2.5-mile parade down Broadway wouldn't be complete without Bullwinkle J. Moose and the First Lady of Balloons, Lovely Olive Oil. Another beauty, Miss America, Vanessa Williams, floated downtown in a huge apple, cheered on by music and people having a great time.
It's the Kids' Day. Macy's does a wonderful parade. It's beautiful.
I like the crowd. I like the pageantry. This is really beautiful. First time I've ever seen it.
Of course, we do have to be thankful for all of those hundreds of Macy's employees who volunteer their time each and every year to make the parade such a big success. And Tom is really in the spirit is over here.
Except I must point out to the people
on.
who watched the parade on television this morning on the other network, it is not the Macy's Day Parade.
Right.
It's the Thanksgiving Day Parade sponsored by Macy's. Okay.
Okay.
Now, while thousands of people had the day off to go to the parade, some other people were working very hard, Heidi, to get this show on the road, have it moving right down the street. Louis Young walked along with one of the people who handles those giant balloons that bear some very familiar faces. Here's his report.
She made her debut last year, and already this year, Olive Oyl has the reputation as the most difficult to handle balloon in the entire Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Olive is the tallest upright balloon in the parade. Her skin weighs 300 pounds, and she's kept aloft with 8,000 pounds of helium. The balloon captain told us this man was the key handler in the Olive Oyl team, 53-year-old Henry Bugden of Greenlawn, Long Island.
Nothing to be nervous about. It's a great time.
This gal is difficult to control.
Yeah, well, that's okay. My wife is too.
Henry accounts for most of the balloon's forward motion, but after things got underway this morning, it became apparent his fellow handlers would be going through a lot more movement to keep Olive's upper parts in the air as the wind picked up. With every sway, the crowd marveled. I mean, she's pretty tough to control, isn't she?
Well, with the wind she is, because she's tall. She's 9 stories tall.
What happens if she goes over? You're going to feel guilty?
No, not at all.
You don't care?
No, that's the balloon captain's problem, not mine.
During a lot of the parade, Olive Oyl's feet kind of scraped along the pavement. As one observer put it, she's one woman with her feet on the ground.
The more wind there is, the harder it is for a balloon this size. But she's fun.
Yet the crew pulled together for the most important part of the parade, the part that goes by national TV cameras. Nobody wants to lose their balloon in front of a coast-to-coast audience. This is not an easy job. A lot of pressure there. Whoa, watch out, grab it. 43 blocks after it began, Olive exited the parade route, was maneuvered into the prone position, readied for deflation. A success story that balloon designer Bob Kemp was told couldn't happen.
There were people saying that it was impossible to fly her because she was just straight as a pole, you know. We did it. Just watch us go.
We take her down to Baltimore, where the company that takes care of her throughout the year packs her away, does any repairs that need to be done, and then they put her in a warehouse where she waits until the next performance.
That's it. Over for another year. It's Miller time. Louis Young, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
It's Miller time.
All over. Olive Oyl in the prone position, right. Yeah.
Well, the big balloons from the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade are already being packed away for next year. But as Mara Walensky tells us now, they sure did their job this year, especially as far as all the kids were concerned.
Over 1.5 million spectators turned out today to watch the annual Thanksgiving Day Parade from the sidelines and from the windows above. They came from all over, from places like
East Lansing, Michigan.
Bronx, Wakefield section. New York.
Westchester County.
Brooklyn.
and as the familiar faces of Woody Woodpecker, Kermit the Frog, and Superman went by, you could hear young girls exclaim,
"That's my hero."
This year's newest balloon, one of Yogi Bear, came flying in the air high above one of this year's newest floats, Yogi's Jellystone Park. The critics raved.
I think it was fantastic.
Now, everybody loves a parade, but a lot of people say today is a day for the children. Do they agree?
No grown-ups also.
They think it's for the young, but it's for everybody of all ages to enjoy this day.
I think it's nice for all people, especially for people from out of town. They can see what it's like in New York.
Everybody loves it. I even volunteered to come here.
Some of the wee ones were quite chicly dressed. You look very ravishing.
Thank you.
Now with 12 bands participating, 17 floats and 9 balloons, there was an awful lot to choose from. What was the favorite?
Seeing the floats go by. Bands. The bees.
And would you say the parade was a smashing success?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people stayed on to follow the parade down to Macy's, but others, marching to a different set of drums, were in their very own Thanksgiving Day parade. Mara Walensky, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Outside St. Malachy's Church, the elderly waited in line for hours for a traditional turkey dinner. Inside, the servers were putting on their aprons.
It's a very rewarding feeling to have these people being served and really have a sense of family. It's wonderful.
Our own Katie Kelly was there to offer warm greetings.
Have you been well? Let's just put it on the back of your chair.
Our Sarah Wallace helped the folks get seated.
Sit down and I'll put it on the back of it.
There were dozens of volunteers.
I think it's nice to give a little something. We get so much. And I wanted my granddaughter to share it with me this year so she could learn that giving is as nice as receiving.
Most of these older folks live fairly isolated lives here in the theater district. Most of them have no families with whom to share this holiday. And neither do some of the volunteers.
I'm not from this area, so I don't have family here. And it just makes you feel good.
We always say there's one word that makes it possible for this program to be a success here at St. Malachy's. That's a four-letter word, and the four-letter is L-O-V-E. It makes it work. It really and truly does.
Thanksgiving dinner at the Advent Lutheran Church wasn't quite as festive. These people are all homeless, and some told me they came here very hungry. How long has it been since you've had a good meal?
Oh, about 2.5 weeks.
This family with 4 children arrived in New York City with no money. They'd been sleeping on the floor in the city's emergency assistance unit. What have you been eating for the past couple of weeks?
Peanut butter and jelly.
Today's meal, provided by volunteers, was a welcome relief.
Boy, mashed potatoes. I haven't seen that in, a while now.
The volunteers say they're committed to fighting a system which leaves these people out.
Part of the reason I'm here is because I'm so outraged at the kind of gluttony and advertising and with Thanksgiving and feeding and stuffing their face and all the hungry people. So it's like my way of trying to make a dent. I don't know how much it's going to do, but it feels good.
In Manhattan, I'm Julie Eckert, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Always a wonderful way to start Thanksgiving Day. The Big Apple's best. Macy's Marchers doing it for 58 straight years. You never really grow out of it.
I'm having a wonderful time.
Best part about New York is Thanksgiving Day Parade.
What's good about this Thanksgiving Day Parade?
That it's very fun.
Even when it's cold?
Yeah.
Now, Son Adam's been providing pint-sized point-of-view expertise on the Thanksgiving Parade since he was old enough to talk. This year, he's even able to help out with the interviews.
How do you think of the parade? I think it's good. Do you like the new floats and stuff? Yes. How do you like the parade? Fine. What's your favorite float and balloon? Woody Woodpecker.
Donald Duck has returned after 14 years of retirement. He ducked out in 1970, but is back to celebrate his 50th birthday. Are you having a good time?
Oh, lots of fun! Lots of fun! This is fun!
Are Care Bears good bears?
Yeah. They help people.
She's one of the new ones in the parade, Garfield, the friendly cat. Is Garfield good?
Yeah.
And there are some other new things as well. There are 6 new floats in the parade this year, including this one featuring the Cabbage Patch Kids. You remember them from last Christmas. And they're followed by the year's 2nd new big balloon, Raggedy Ann. You having a good time?
Yes.
What do you like best?
I don't know. Garfield.
You don't get too old for a parade, do you?
No.
How about you?
The Olympics, the stars.
You're getting used to parades by now.
I sure am. I'm having a good time.
Little girl, are you having a good time?
Yes, I'm having a good time.
How about you, little boy?
I love working this parade. It's my 2nd year in a row, and I'll do it until I retire.
What are the shirt tails?
They help people. Hi, Digger. It's 7th year. I love it.
no matter how many times you see it, it has a very special quality and certainly endures. With Adam, Roger Sharp, Channel 7 Eyewitness News, happy Thanksgiving and a Merry, Merry Christmas.